So I take operative. I pick up the briefcase. I'm once and I pick the compromise.
Okay. All right, I'm going to move the turn marker and red.
Okay. So the server list isn't loading for me. Can somebody stream their screen? I think.
Peter is usually able to do that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
In a 6-player game, there's also 2 winners, just as a heads up for all human beings.
Sorry.
All right, Team Red.
Is there a link
Okay.
to the living rules? Just that I can be able to search rules.
Yes. Let's see.
I'm going to influence the exile here.
Thank you so much.
All right, who's up?
Red. Sorry, I'm just. Let's activate the exile.
Okay.
Gonna move 1 into forward hub.
Yes.
All right. I'm seeing no one streaming their game.
I am streaming on YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube. I was looking at Discord. 1 into the physics lab.
All right, into the physics lab.
It's
I'm going to pick up. That this is Can do a free pickup
Yes, you can do
of the
exactly.
artifact. So, Peter, your YouTube is going to be delayed. Can you share your screen? Because you're about like 10 seconds delayed on YouTube. Or someone else? Anyone?
I can, if you want. You might have to tell me where to go though, because I'm trying to read while I'm doing.
That's fine. You're good.
All right, Teal.
Yes, sir. Oh, the consort isn't actually here, right?
The consort is not actually here, so if the consort's on the map, that's my fault.
Okay. I will influence and then activate the station chief. And move into aft exhaust and free pick up this compromise.
Excuse me. You get 1 more action, I think. No, wait. Did you start in
No.
the garden? Yeah. Right.
I moved twice, yeah.
Got it. All right. Purple.
Oh. I will go ahead and once again activate the stranger. Using Uncanny, I get 2 actions. I'll move into the biolab and then move into the forward hub. And that'll do it.
And you are
It's my
contaminated.
Stranger, yes. Stranger moving into the biolab becomes contaminated.
Ruh-roh.
It's just a little rash. You'll be fine. Orange.
Yeah, it's my turn. Give me 1 second. I'm just figuring out. I think I know what I'm doing. I just wanted to read a rule.
No worries.
Using compromat as an action or no?
It is not. In fact,
It
you
is
get to
not.
play 1 free compromat during your activation phase every turn if you want to.
Okay. But
Just
that's the first phase of the turn is activation, yeah?
No, your first phase is actually reveal. The second phase
okay.
is influence. The third is activation.
Okay. I see. Gotcha. Okay. Thanks. I'm going to what's it called when you put a cube down? Then words
Influence.
escaping me. Influence. Oh, you had a different word originally.
I did, and I've been told never to say it again for fear of getting it stuck in my brain again and using it in these playthroughs.
Fair enough.
Absolutely
Influence.
correct.
I
He's
got
not
it.
allowed
Got
to
it.
say it again.
Okay, fair enough. Good deal. I will activate legal, and I will take 2 actions to move, and the free pickup because of the activation is to pick up Fletcher. Is that all
right.
legal?
That is in fact legal with legal, and
I got it.
this is not ominous at all that the lawyer has come for the dog. I'm sure this will end well. All right. Yeah.
Okay, good. I think that's it.
Peter.
I take doctor. I pick 1 project X. And I move once, twice.
All right. I'm going to move the turn marker. We are at approximately 9 turns left, and red.
Can you remind me, can you put influence on something that already has your own influence on it?
You can place influence on any character that's not a PC, so it's not a revealed player.
So I can place it on the chimp.
Yes.
Activate the chimp.
Everyone loaded this mod okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, worked
Okay.
perfect. I had no cache and everything loaded.
And you do not need to put second cube to activate him because you already
Yes,
had
that's
1.
true.
No,
you don't.
no,
you don't
but I
have
can.
to, but you
No,
can.
but
Yes.
I can, yeah. Okay, I can move the chimp into the earlocks. Pick up the helmet.
Yes. And you get 1 more action.
Let's head through the vent into the F-tub.
Going to activate the botanist and re-pick up this helmet. Spend an action to pick up this compromat. and then spend an action to move to the bridge.
All right. Purple. So Cyborg manufactured a bomb and moved to the biolab. Okay. Blue.
Going to activate the stranger, move them into the physics lab, and then copy the digital assistant over to the drone number 4.
The jammers are currently on. Oh, but drone number 2, it looks like, is actually in there. Oh boy. What's it say?
2.
No, number 4. Why does it say drone 2 on there? Okay, it doesn't matter. Regardless, you can give that data there. However, I'll mention that during any resolve phase, all data here is deleted. So the physics lab is basically the one place on board where you don't want to be doing stuff with data.
In that case, I'll just have gone into the array control and copied it to the engineer instead.
There you go.
Hey, yes. Sadly, I somehow missed that little detail.
Oh, this game's full of weird little details that people are gonna miss and be mad about, and it's all part of the Stationfall experience. All right, orange.
Thinking 1 second. Where do I see? And I know it's way early to be thinking this, but how many turns are there till things go to crap?
So we're in the 9-minute mark. So that means that you will have at least 9 more turns.
9 more turns.
I think that's true.
Okay.
This re-entry token is probably supposed to be here. Okay, yeah. And maybe 10. 1 in 3 chance you have 10, but
Gotcha.
But 9.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to. You know what? There's something else I don't know, but I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to influence the billionaire. Where? Oh, it's on the other side of the board, I think.
Yes. Now, the billionaire is supposed to have an additional ability, which I should mention now, and I do apologize about adding and modifying the game as we play. But you see, the billionaire has these 3 gray bribe tokens, and the theory is that if you, on a turn that you activate the billionaire, you can use one of those gray bribes as though it were your own. So you can use the billionaire's money as though it was your own. I'll just note that the petty cash ability hasn't really modified much, but it'll say you return the gray bribes back. So if a player reveals as the billionaire, then the money that the billionaire has already spent is a bunch of bounce checks or something like that, and he'll get the bribes back for future use. So that's the way it works. Does anyone have any questions about that? You activate the billionaire. It means you can use the billionaire's bribes that turn.
And what do you use the bribes for?
A bribe you can play on somebody and do a single action with that with that character.
Okay.
It's like compromat, but it gives a victory point to that character at the end of the game.
Okay.
Or 2 if the character notes that they really care about money. Although I'm not sure. There's money guys in our game, but
and you said you can only use 1 a turn. Is that what I heard?
1 bribe a turn, 1 compromat.
But it's a free action to use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm influencing the billionaire. I'm going to activate the billionaire. So his actions are going to be, and you can tell me if this is wrong. I'm going to move. Okay. Two move actions. Okay.
Got it.
Then and the one thing I don't know is what's obvious here, right? And maybe even more obvious because I'm streaming. But I'm going to use the gray bribe on legal to have him produce for me a NDA that correct?
Yes. So legal, as an action, manufacture the NDA into the possession of a co-located robot or human. So yes, you can bribe the lawyer to give you
And
the NDA.
yeah. Okay,
Perfect.
and so I've taken the NDA for the billionaire. The second question here is the dog. Can the billionaire take that dog, or is that an action? What's the deal with that?
You would. The lawyer could give the dog with an action, or the billionaire could take the dog with a weapon. You could rob the lawyer.
What about using compromat on the legal? Will
Yes,
that give me the dog?
That will also work.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll use my compromat on legal to give me the dog. Or
Impressive.
To give the billionaire the dog. Okay, and so now I got to go read some rules.
All right, no worries.
I don't know what I do with that compromat shit, but it's there.
Okay, we'll just set it by legal.
Fair enough.
All right, Peter.
It goes on the left side. Do it right.
Left side. Okay.
I take cooperative. I drop the briefcase. Go to security station. I make EMP.
Okay. You will down all co-located robots and delete all co-located data. So the NDA gets deleted and the legal robot shuts down and
lose NDA also.
Yeah, the legal robot doesn't actually start with the NDA. So that's a mistake. I'm not sure that's about.
It looked like that was its stack to produce.
And the security station is destroyed.
Yes, this damages.
The cameras and jammers are off.
Yes, the cameras and the jammers turn off. Good point, Peter. Wow. Okay.
And move the turns.
Yep, I'm going to move the turn marker. And red. There's a significant technical malfunction with the station at this point.
Can you remind me? It's the symbols beside the influence limit that tells you whether it's friend or foe, right? Is that right?
Yes. If it's your bonus character,
sure.
Then you care about whether it's friend or foe, and those symbols will do it. And you'll also see the symbols at the bottom of the identity cards.
And if it doesn't have one, it's nothing.
And if it doesn't have, if it doesn't have one, I guess like the drones. Yes, the drones don't have an identity card. So
okay.
Good question.
Okay, I'm gonna activate the exile. We're going to take the rocket wings.
Hmm.
We're going to move into the forward hub. And then I'm just going to stay there.
You can stay there if you want to, but you could also do the wait action, which will remove the activation disk from the exile. And I don't know if that's what you want, but that's an option.
What's that, sorry?
You can do, you have
okay.
a second action, and I know that you don't want to use it. However, there is a second action, or there's an action called wait, and the wait action will just remove the activation disk from the exile. It'll return it to you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's do that.
All right, Teal.
All right. Like to influence, and then activate the cyborg.
Yeah, for some reason your little things are giving me errors, but it looks like it worked. All right, cyborg is uncanny, so you get 2 actions.
I'm going to throw the firebomb into the forward hub.
Firebombing the forward hub. All right. Damage. And start a fire here. The exile is unhelmeted, and so is downed. The there's no crime here because the cyborg's a fugitive, and and the cameras got EMP'd. I forgot all about that. All right.
There's a lot going wrong.
And you get another that was action number 1.
I will move to the cryo lab for action number 2.
Yeah.
I will. Let's see.
Matt, do you know why the betrayal box was changed?
I do not.
Free pickup compromat. Pick up compromat. And move up 1.
All right. Blue.
All right. Going to influence the engineer. Activate engineer. Have the engineer move up into the aft hub. And copy the digital assistant to the astrochimp.
All right.
Okay. Not 100% sure what I'm doing.
This is called Stationfall.
Yep. First rounds were easy.
Andy, I tried to explain the new digital assistant. Do you have it written down somewhere that maybe I should read off?
No. I do not have good wording. Like, I haven't written it out the way that everything else is with well-developed language. You can. The way that we discussed it was just any section action does not have. You can do any section action regardless of their restrictions.
Okay. Would that allow you to remote launch using the bridge launch ability?
Currently, yes, but that's the thing that we were iffy about, and we have to test.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll say yes. I think based on the language you just used, and we'll see what happens. All right, Orange.
Well, the thing that we were going to discuss was sorry to interrupt, but the section action was going to be separate from the requirement. So, for example, with timed launch, the section action, I don't know. We can talk about it later, I guess.
Okay.
I'm sorry. With a fire hazard and a damage, can a drone move through that space?
Yes.
Okay. I'll. Oh, sorry. I don't take that cube. I take the activate token. I will influence the drone. Let me read the card real quick because I didn't.
You cannot do it.
I can. Okay.
You cannot do it directly. You need to use console action.
The drone is
I
not
see.
a character that you can activate.
I see. Okay.
But you could influence the digital assistant, right, to take console actions?
Yep. Absolutely. Yes. Or any hacker right now would do it too.
Can you remind me, is
one action would...
I'm sorry, what was your question, Orange?
Is fire spree... Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I think I answered my own question, but it's that I would only be able to take one action. But if you were to influence whatever else, it has 2 actions. Then I could just do this twice. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was the other question?
It was just for me. Is fire spreading?
No, fire does not spread anymore at all. But it's never spread from 0 gravity anyway. So we're good.
Yeah.
Good question.
Okay. 1 second, thinking. Okay, I don't know if this is wise, but I will influence the so I can influence the digital assistant. It doesn't matter that the drones don't have a digital assistant. It's the console that gives them the access to doing these actions,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Sorry, just making sure I understand. Okay, and I'll activate it, and I will move the drone to here.
Okay. You may drag the exile if you want to, but you do not have to.
I may drag the exile.
You move from
Because
here
I
to
moved
here.
through here. Yeah.
Here.
Do I want to drag the? Let me read its card real quick. Sorry.
As the drone drives by the burning corpse of the hapless exile.
It makes a note and moves on.
That's right. Scanning parameters.
Didn't the exile do this? Didn't he throw the bomb that caused
No,
this?
the cyborg. The criminal cyborg did it.
Okay.
I think it was the exile.
No, it wasn't.
No one saw anything.
There are no cameras here.
I'm not going to drag the exile.
All right.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Okay.
Harsh, man. Harsh.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Peter.
Hmm. So I use the doctor. Oh. Hmm. I will use the doctor. One, five, four. I pick compromise.
All right, I'm going to move the turn marker. And Fred.
Okay, let's activate the monkey. Is there any way to put this fire out from the top half of the station? Am I going to get down?
The security station will do it with a hazard suppression. The DA would do it with a hazard suppression.
Any
console action.
Has the hacker ability can also do console actions if jammers are off.
Or somebody.
Yes, our only hacker is on fire right now, but yes, that's also true.
Or someone in the mainframe.
Or someone in the mainframe. Yes, that's true.
I probably should have activated not the monkey, but never mind. And
it's a very poorly designed station that doesn't have fire extinguishers in every section like it should.
Well, it is going down, so.
It's not going down by design.
Well.
I guess for now I'll just go slip into here, go into storage, and take this bludgeon.
Okay. Yep. Everything's fine, guys. Everything's just fine.
Yeah.
All right, Teal.
I encourage anyone that has questions about any nonsensical things like that, direct them directly to Matt. Just fill his inbox.
Okay.
The station was designed correctly, but the money for extinguisher disappeared in some worn pockets.
Yeah, that's right. That's one of the bribes in the game. Is the
And if I recall, the inspector used to be, like the safety inspector. They're supposed to actually be preventing these things from happening.
That's right. Now the botanist is exhausted, so you'll get one action.
Right.
Although they do have zero born,
They do
so
have
they
zero
can use
born, right?
right. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to zero born here. I'd like to use the stranger compromat to copy digital assistant.
Yes. Where would you like the digital assistant to
I
go?
would like it to go on the botanist. And then, so the new digital assistant ability would allow me to use one of the section actions here. Right?
Yes, that's right.
So in that case, I would like to arm the self-destruct.
All right, let's get this party started. Antimatter is up. I think it's 4 turns, but I'll check it real quick. That was purple who just did that, or was that teal? Purple?
Teal.
Unless
Teal-
something's
Teal
changed,
did it?
it's always been 5 turns unless something changed.
Sorry, I've Where here's a 1, 2, 3.
It's okay, man. I understand it's your first time.
Yes, well, yes.
Okay.
I think it's 4 turns.
I think it's been.
Is it?
Yeah,
Am I incorrect? Am I misremembering? Yeah, maybe I am.
Activate the operative.
Yeah, 4 minutes, it says.
I'm gonna use.
Oh, the gray goo. Yeah, the gray goo is 5 turns, and I know that they used to be the same, and then we increased the gray goo by 1.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna EMP the app.
All right, Aft Hub is getting some EMP too. So one of the drones is down. The engineer, I think, had a copy of the digital assistant, which is turned into static. And yeah, okay, interesting.
Okay. So, since we're having fun with
we've armed. I should mention we're supposed to. Well, I don't know where the abandoned ship marker is nowadays, but we should. Abandoned ship has been declared because the antimatter was armed, and so locks are removed, and abandoned ship is now a go.
Okay, so since everyone needs to get out of here, let's have some more fun with the digital assistant by activating the stranger.
Okay.
I will copy the digital assistant to. Let's give it to the Daredevil. As a second action, I'll copy it to. Why don't we go with the Billionaire?
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, everybody can have fun using all kinds of station access now.
Hello, Commander. All right.
What is
Orange.
the digital assistant power again?
If you possess the digital assistant power, you can ignore any section requirements. So, for example, the botanist normally does not have the ability to activate self-destruct, but thanks to handy dandy
Gotcha.
Siri, evil Siri, or whatever, the botanist was able to do so. You can also launch pods that way. You can also manufacture guns.
Okay.
Is the theory.
Have fun, everyone.
And orange.
Yep. Thinking. Okay, I don't know enough about whether what I'm doing is right, but so I will activate the I will influence and activate the engineer. I thought I influenced the engineer before. No, I guess not.
You did. There's an influence there.
No, somebody else did, right? I just put this one.
Oh, yeah, I activated it previously.
Yeah, I think I was thinking about it at one point. Okay, and it wasn't activated, so I will I'll move to here.
Okay.
Hmm.
And I'm sorry, just so I'm clear, the base now explodes here, right?
The antimatter will explode there. If it's on board, then yes, it's we call it
Gotcha.
Stationfall. If
Fair
if it's launched into space or if it's in a pod that's launched, then game does not end.
Gotcha.
So I influence Leonard. Once. Case. Twice. And can use bribe on operative. To move once.
Okay. Are you done, Peter? I move the turn marker and red.
Is there a drone 1?
Sorry, say again.
Is there a drone 1? There's drone 2 who's down.
Yeah, I think it's drone. Yeah, I don't know why it says.
It's either drone 4 and 6.
Yes, those are going to be renumbered or renamed or something. They just haven't been.
So
we're just gonna leave it like that.
It's no
we're
longer
gonna leave
relevant.
it like that to just so that you can wallow in your underappreciated humor.
Yes, well, yes.
Can this drone get back?
Can the drone get back?
Yeah, back onto the station.
Oh, he's yeah. So he's EVA right now. So he can go in through any airlock. So if you look for those symbols, and there's aft airlocks here, so he could with one action do the airlock action and move to the aft airlocks. Or he could move into the forward airlocks here. You can also move out through the exhausts, but you can't move in through the exhausts.
Okay.
So people were genuinely confused by the 4 and the 6, though. So maybe we should change it, huh?
Yeah,
I didn't even see 4 and 6 until now.
But then the joke goes away.
The joke was never there.
I'm gonna laugh about it till the end of my days. Whether no one else gets it ever, I will find it fun.
When it looked like number 5, at least there was a possibility. But even then, nobody ever got the reference.
It didn't look enough like that to click for me, at least.
Yes, it's unfortunate. But red.
Okay, I'm going to influence the Daredevil. Now he can free step kind of into the fire here.
Yes, that's right.
And it's free action.
And slip up 1.
If you want to use your free pickup or drop, you could do it while you're in the forward hub. The Exile's got some stuff, but you certainly don't have to. And there's this would be your first action, is just moving to the aft hub.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to move to the reactor.
Okay.
And you forgot to put the disk on there, Neville.
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right, Teal.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm still thinking. Right. I'm going to influence the doctor, and I can look at Project X because I have a cube on them. Is that correct?
If you activate the doctor, you'll be able to look at Project
yes,
X.
I would like to activate them. Huh. All right. You can use a bludgeon to sabotage a section, right?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
Okay, it's one action.
That's one action. So if somebody launched that pod, it would be annihilated?
Yes, it and everything on board would be annihilated.
So, like, if I compromated the botanist to do a bridge launch?
Yes, exactly. The botanist can do the bridge launch because it possesses the DA, and the doctor smashes up McQueen and then goes to step out of the pod only to have it launch and shatter in the atmosphere. And so
what
it is
dirt
annihilated.
did you have on the doctor that made them do this?
I remember now the thing that we were discussing was whether you can launch pods without being occupied, and we said that we were going to have that was separate from the actual.
Yes, that's how the rules read right now. It doesn't say on it that it requires it to be occupied. So that's where cool. All right, neat. All right, yes, we'll put McQueen in the mesosphere where it belongs, and we have our first legitimate casualty.
I'm going to activate the botanist and release Project X.
Alrighty, this is let's see what it is. It's a combat swarm, and see, we got a monster token. Not a death ray. It is a combat swarm.
It attacks as though it has a gun.
Yes, and it also is very fast. The combat swarm, if I remember correctly, can move 2 sections with a single action, and it can move through vents.
Moves automatically, right?
I'm sorry, say again?
Oh, it's controlled with console action.
Yes, console actions.
So it starts there as an action pair. Step.
Where are we looking? I'm sorry.
The combat.
Oh, I see it. Yep, gotcha.
Okay.
There's a new buzzing sound in the forward ring, and
as a second action, I'll activate it. And
so this is with a second action with who?
The botanist is who I activated this round.
The botanist does not have console access, and so
my bad. I thought that was included in the bridge thing. My bad. Okay. As a second action, then I'll launch
You won't be able to launch an unoccupied pod.
Oh, sorry. All right. I'll get this right actually.
No worries.
Again.
Bridge launch actually launches all occupied pods, and so we took all the pods that were occupied and we launched them.
Got it. Okay. In that case,
Again, this is a very terribly designed station where there are no consoles on the bridge. I don't know how that works, but ask Matt.
I think I'll just wait. It does.
Okay. Blue.
One last time activating the stranger to get a little more digital systems out there. Station chief, actually no, operative and engineer. Let's have them have it. That should be enough that people can cause some little extra havoc, and then we'll worry about getting people some of these pods next turn.
Orange.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm allowed to do this, but I'm gonna try. Hold on, I gotta think of one thing. The main thing on reveal, people can't use your card. You don't have to activate it that turn, or you do?
You never have to activate your character.
Okay.
Reveal will just.
You have to. You do have to put your activation disc on a character, regardless of whether you revealed or not.
Yes, absolutely. I just don't want to be forced to use it.
Yes,
but
you will not.
Okay. But the main thing is I lock anybody else out from using it. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I think I will reveal then. I'm not sure if it's the best move, but so I'm the billionaire. I think that was obvious.
We will take the billionaire. I'll put the orange token on him, and all right.
Get in my hand. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. Okay. I reveal as the billionaire. I'll influence the and so I take this cube back, and this goes into betrayal, right? Where's betrayal?
Up here.
I'm still not seeing it. Okay, thank you.
You take your bribes back?
Yes.
Yep. I actually put it right here.
Come to you.
Okay. So, but I will use. Oh yeah, right. I take all the bribes back. That's right. Thank you. Where's the other one? It's on somebody, right?
One would assume it is. Maybe under legal.
One is on legal.
There it is.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep. Good call. Okay, so I'll influence the station chief, and here's what I'm not sure I can do. Okay, I want to activate it. Where's my activate? And the wording that I'm confused with is start of your activation phase, right? I want to move here and use forceful presence to make the engineer fix legal.
So the key
is start.
Well, no, this ability only exists if you have revealed as the station chief.
Gotcha. Okay, it's probably TMI, but I don't care. That has no influence. You can't get that activated if that's your bonus character, right?
Correct.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. Okay, hold on. Let me rethink that part of my turn if it's okay, because I misunderstood that.
Yep, no worries.
Okay, I think. And this is still activated, even though I've revealed, so I will only get one action with it. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry for asking so much.
No worries. These are useful.
And I have bribes now. So this is a strategy question, and you know, now that I'm billionaire, I just don't know the game well enough. I see that some capsules have been launched, right? But this still holds that you need to possess the NDA to get off, right?
You would normally need to. That's true.
But
you possess the digital assistant, so the billionaire can launch this. Anyone with the digital assistant can launch that, ignoring all those requirements.
Okay, ignoring all those. Okay.
Which means it's about to be that scene at the end of Spaceballs where they're all trying to get off.
Okay, yeah. Well, that was my question, right? As since I've revealed, do I just push my guy to get off the craft, right? Or do I still have to try and, which is obviously what I was trying to do with the station chief, still produce this NDA, which is irrelevant now. I don't need to bother with that. So the question.
Yes, with an asterisk, but yes.
Okay. What's the asterisk?
Just that the NDA is data, and data can be deleted by characters sometimes.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't need to worry about getting it at this point, right? It doesn't matter.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thinking real quick. I only get one action with that. It's free. Where are we? I think I know what I'm doing. Just 1 second. Okay, I'm going to change that, and I'll activate the billionaire instead.
Okay. You'll get one action.
I will get one action. I will move to the reactor, I guess, and I will bribe the daredevil to go into the magnetic containment.
All right, let's see. Is the daredevil? Oh yeah, the daredevil ignores hazards or whatever. So yes, that's perfectly fine. And you put your bribe right on the daredevil. Down
and
here.
Where is he? Thank you. Where did we say we put it? Somewhere there. Okay. Cool. All right, I think that's it. Thank you,
Peter.
Yes.
Matt, could you repeat what you were saying just before about the NDA not being required to launch anymore?
So, if you possess the digital assistant, then you can ignore the requirements on any section. And these timed launches and stuff here is a requirement. So if you have the NDA, or I'm sorry, if you have the DA, then you can ignore that if you have the digital assistant.
Okay.
And that's what you were actually saying. The digital assistant's data could be deleted, so you could still need the NDA. Got it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I have one rule question, maybe. A live stream on Billionaire. It's now on attacking. So any death by not using attack action is okay.
Yes, it should be. Yes, attacking is right.
The specific issue is that it has to be in the same section. So, for example, if you annihilate somebody, if you kill somebody the way that I killed you, Peter, in the last game that we played together, yes, that is fine.
Yeah, throwing firebomb, fine, or something like that.
Yes. Because it's not in the same section. It has to be the death has to happen in the same section.
So I make Schrödinger reveal. First die ever.
All right, Schrödinger reveal.
I was Doctor.
So that's discarded. Yes.
I will be the operative.
Okay.
I put the trap.
Oh yeah, the traps. Yes, you get to place traps. You might be able to put those in your hand to make them. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think I cannot damage that. And I will activate Daredevil.
All right, one action and a free pickup.
Mm. I pick the Antimatter.
All right, I'm going to move the turn marker and red.
Does this one keep moving as well?
No, that's when the antimatter is going to go off.
Okay.
It'll happen at the end of Teal's turn in that minute.
Okay, I'm just going to slip through into here. Oh, sorry, activate the monkey.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Teal.
Okay. Can you throw something out an EVA arrow?
You can, with the airlock action, you can move an item.
Okay, but the airlock has to be
functional, yes.
Functional. I am also going to Schrodinger reveal. So discarding legal.
Okay.
And revealing myself as the engineer.
All right. So these cubes become betrayal. Ooh, and this operative cube becomes betrayal. This one goes back to yellow.
And you put overload reveal.
Yes. I'll overload the reactor.
Popular choice.
I'm sure. And I'd like to influence and activate digital assistant to take console actions. Going to move drone 1 in here and see what happens.
Bomb disposal. Bomb disposal bot
peace.
is down. Classic.
That's kind of what I thought. And I guess for the second console action, we can move these cool drones.
Yes, the combat swarm is ready to go.
That drone was like one of those bomb robots that goes into,
So if this guy was in Vault X, so 1, 2 to the nanofactory or 2 to the biolab.
Oh, I thought it could go through vents. Did I misread that?
Is there a vent? Oh yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, ignore everything I just said. You are better at this than me. All right.
Like I said, it's Matt's first game.
That's right.
So who can do console actions? Is it just the digital?
Right now, it's just the digital assistant. Normally, the exile would be able to, but he's down. Normally, anyone in the security station could do it, except the security station's been EMP'd. Anyone in the mainframe can do it, but there's no one there. So you've got the digital assistant. How may I help you?
I see you're trying to take the station down. Would you like help with that?
I'm trying to. People are not making it easy. The last week did everything. Yeah. I'll just.
One action? All right. Blue.
Oh boy. Oh, Jesus. Murder drones are everywhere. So someone cannot move through a section with murder drones without getting murdered, right?
Well, no.
Or do you have to do a console action to have the murder drones actually commit the murder?
Yes, these drones will not do anything unless someone tells them to do it.
Gotcha.
But you can read the card, but there's no automatic movement of the combat swarm. Unlike many of the other Project X's, which will seek out humans to eat, these guys are left only to the player's nefarious motives to cause trouble.
Interesting. Interesting. Damn it. I will just play it safe, activate the stranger, and have the stranger move up to the aft hub and then into the machine shop.
All right.
What does contamination mean, please?
Contamination is just an item or a status that takes up one of your item slots. It's irrelevant to victory conditions for a number of characters.
Okay.
Like engineer, just failed.
Can you double bribe?
No.
You may only use one bribe per turn.
You need a weapon to attack, yeah?
Yes.
Billionaire can't go into this gas hazard, correct?
No.
Hello?
Cannot.
Sorry, 1 second, please.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Could you hear me before?
Yes.
We heard a hello.
I don't know.
Pause, and there was a second hello, which we responded to.
Okay, so I would appreciate if folks would look at the rule book to see if the answer to their question is there, just to make sure it's there, and then that it's like you could find it rather than ask Matt questions, because that's part of the thing that we're testing.
Sure.
I have been. I'll be. So if that's a question you're asking, I've been looking for the rules on a bunch of these things that I ask. I'm not sure about every one, but I have the rule book up and I'm searching through the living rules, and I'm finding like there, almost everything I'm looking for is not in the books, and I have to look for it on the board somewhere. And there's a lot more stuff
Like
that's only defined here.
Like what? Like, give me one example.
So hold on. Give me a second. So any power of a person, right? Like isn't defined in here, right?
No.
So like
that's going to be in the character document.
Yeah, right. So there's that. I'll start to. I didn't know that's exactly what you were tracking, but I'll try and highlight them. But that is something that's been kind of like catching me. Like I can't find the answer to these questions.
So when you asked about bribes, you can't find the information about bribes in the rulebook?
No, but that was just a clarification question. I mean, as I'm going there, like, let's see. To be honest, let's see. I mean, it's a long rule book, right? So,
yes, that's true.
It's searching through. So the answer is right now. Like I'm searching right now.
But there's
an
index right now. So you can. So if you would go to the index, you would search for bribe. Bribe is 1554. So you go to 1554, and the entirety of bribes are in there. But if you can't find it, I need to know that. That's specifically what I'm referring to.
Okay, so I'll try and call out those places where that's happening. I did feel it was something as it was going on, and okay, so let's move on. What I'm trying to do is find a way to save my guy, because I know the operatives pretty much got it out for blood for me at this point. I don't see a good option because she's gonna frickin' firebomb me with that nerve gas grenades thing. So, the Daredevil's been influenced, is that correct? Yeah, or affected, yeah. Thinking. I don't know. I don't have a good thing. I'm going to activate the Daredevil and move him into the magnetic containment.
That's actually free because it's got a hazard in it.
It's free to move into?
Yes, due to the Daredevil's adrenaline ability.
Oh, okay. So I will then eject the antimatter.
You need to drop it first, then you can do it.
Okay, so it can't be done this turn.
Is that true? Oh no, yeah, you can do a free drop, I think.
You could free drop it, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then launch it. And okay.
Okay, so that issue's resolved, but we still have the reactor that's going to blow up. Is that what I understand?
There's a lot of problems on the station.
There are a lot of
fair enough.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm good.
Peter.
Yeah. So I use botanist. He's dangerous. Yes, sir. So I sabotage the bridge.
Okay.
Moment.
All right, I'm moving the turn marker. For many, this will be your last turn. If that antimatter finds its way back on the station, I guess I should say. If the antimatter does not, then it will just damage all sections that have airlocks. And red.
Yep. Can I ask before, how did the botanist release the doctor's pod?
The botanist had the digital assistant, so could ignore the officer only requirement and then use the bridge launch action. Bridge launch will immediately launch all occupied pods.
Yeah.
But it is not possible now.
So didn't the botanist come up against something that they couldn't do because they weren't an officer?
That may have happened at some point, but the botanist received the digital assistant in the meantime.
In the game without digital assistant, you need real officer on bridge. It's harder.
Sorry, I'm just checking between the rules so I don't ask another stupid question.
Of course. Thanks.
So all of your rule books have the index like right on there, so you can just like, you know, look at the index and then go wherever you need to go. And if it's not in the index, that's very important. Like if you're looking for something that's not in the index, and italicized words are definitely not in the index. Italicized words, if they're going to be anywhere, it's in the character dossier. But like any other term, any other capitalized word, that should be in the index. So let me know if you can't find it, because that's important. I need to know that, which is why I would prefer if you look for it first.
Gosh.
And also good to remind that the reactor will explode.
Yes, the reactor is about to explode at the end of Teal's turn, which will gas.
The end of Teal's next turn, right?
At the end of Teal's turn, which is in one turn, is very short time from now. It'll be right after.
I thought the turn, it was when the turn marker was on them and they took their turn.
Yes, he didn't just. He hasn't revealed.
Looking at the turn marker, it's next to the Teal spot.
Oh, we're looking at two different turn markers. That's the antimatter. This is the reactor. Teal has sabotaged multiple things, so the reactor is going to blow up due to the engineer's sabotage ability, overload ability. and the antimatter will blow up next turn. You're right, next turn at the end of his turn. Sorry.
I will look in the rulebook, but why is the reactor on the board, whereas the antimatter is on the turn tracker?
Because the time marker has to show a particular section on the board, whereas the antimatter already has something that shows what section it's in.
The answer is because one happens in one turn and one happens in 4 turns.
Okay. I would still
that's the answer to your question.
on the turn tracker itself, but I get why it's different. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Then you would have to remember. You would have to remember what's what. If you have 2 time markers on the board, you don't know which one's which.
I play it face down, right? To Schrodinger's reveal.
Schrodinger reveal. Red. Which card did you discard?
Is it revealed? I thought it was face down.
Oh, it might. Yeah, that's a great question. It probably is face down. Maybe I should look in the index.
Yes, you should.
Schrodinger reveal.
Where are the rules for what happens when the reactor's damaged? There's nothing in the rule book, at least.
No, it is just here.
If you look at the section, it has a little description. It's going to add gas.
Schrodinger reveal is not in the index, Andy. I don't know if it should be.
Yeah,
I figured I'd point that out.
It's actually already a note that I needed to add it. It's 351.
Yep, without revealing it. Quite right. Okay.
I can't remember. Do I get the action again when I've revealed it? Sorry, I can check that as well.
You get the action again.
Sorry, the action that I wouldn't normally get if the activation token was already on it.
It won't change anything about your tokens or anything like that.
Okay. Okay. So I just have one action, right? Because the activation token was already on the monkey.
Yes, that's correct.
The chimp, sorry. Yeah. Okay. But I can free step into down to here, into where my friend is. Using the acrobatics.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yes, quite right. Gain 0 born. Yes, as your pickup drop. Yep.
And I'll just drag him somewhere. He's gonna die no matter where I take him.
Oh, there's a medevac pod that's.
Hasn't it been wrecked? The ability to launch that has been. Oh no, only from the bridge. Yeah.
No, it's there's nothing wrong with the medevac pod.
Yes.
If you have the DA, you can ignore the launch requirement.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
And yeah, that's me, I guess.
All right. And Teal.
Right. Okay, we'll activate the botanist. Move here and pick up the artifact.
Okay.
So what happened with the reactor at the end of his turn?
Yeah.
Good question. At the end of his turn, this time marker resolves. The reactor is damaged, and we place gas here and in all adjacent sections. So the combat swarm is gassed, but they don't care. The aft hub is gassed, but the drone doesn't care. The kitchen is gassed. The reactor is gassed. And there is someone who cares in the reactor. The hapless billionaire.
I need to clarify Matt's point there. There is no gas. Gas does not exist in this game.
Okay.
So billionaire's fine.
Okay.
That's all I heard.
These are asphyxiation hazards, as we decided.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there's a lack of oxygen or whatever.
Yes.
It's
lack
a,
of breathable
air.
Unoxygen. Yes.
Now, this is the one situation where this kind of doesn't make sense, so we have to, figure out how that works or how. But yes, right now, in the rules as they exist, there is no gas. There is only fire and asphyxiation hazard.
Okay, that's fine. That's all fine.
Sure.
But the cards all I guess doesn't.
It could be. It could be that these are like this is still some like asphyxiation. It could be either the lack of oxygen or just any kind of toxic thing that makes you stop breathing. I don't know.
Yes, all good. Who's up? Blue?
Yeah. Well, I am just going to activate the stranger and have the stranger move up to the aft airlock and into Alcatraz.
No, there's gas.
No.
Asphyxiation hazard.
Oh,
That's
right. Well, that's. Huh.
So the computer will happily remove a gas or whatever you want to call it with a console action.
In that case, I will bribe the digital assistant.
Sounds about right.
To take a console action to remove the gas hazard.
There you go.
And activate.
There's no gas hazard.
Well,
yes.
I'm just calling what the token is called until the mod gets updated. And then with the stranger moving into the aft airlocks and into Alcatraz, and as a free pickup action, I will pick up a compromise.
Okay.
So essentially, in those sections, you cannot breathe. You can do a hazard suppression action so that you can breathe again. So we can call it a cannot breathe hazard, if that works better.
All right. Orange, yes?
Orange, yes.
There we go. Sorry.
Okay. Second. Free step into a hazard once per activation. So I will use the Daredevil. I will activate the Daredevil. He will fly through. That's the free action.
Yes.
He can drag the billionaire.
Yes.
To this section. And can I use the aerogel? That's probably an action. This nanogel does it right, but okay.
Do you get two actions with the Daredevil, or were they?
No. It was already activated. Activated, so that's fine.
So you'll need a bribe or a compromat if you want to do that extra action.
Yeah, no, I can't. I just need to figure out how nanogel works. I'll do that next.
And you do not need to be alive to score points. If you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not dead yet. I'm just downed, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Okay.
I take Ranger. I move here. And Billionaire here. And the cards.
All right, I'm moving. Yep, turn marker's up. So antimatter is about to go off. Close and red.
Okay. In terms of order of my, if I bludgeon someone, I lose my wrench and then I can get another item. Is that correct?
No, you keep the wrench if you bludgeon somebody.
Oh, okay.
You never lose any item except the cyborg using one of their abilities.
Okay. Okay. Gonna influence the botanist. Oh, sorry, hang on.
And click on button once.
Okay. Use a free drop and just drop this nano gel. And then, oh, hang on. I'm gonna rob the botanist. Can I rob the botanist?
Who are you activating?
Oh, sorry, the Astro Chimp.
Yes, you can rob the botanist. Botanist does not have a helmet.
Yeah.
All right.
So, am I correct that the Daredevil gets a free move into EVA because there's an asphyxiation hazard?
No.
So that is not the case because you're actually to move to EVA. You actually have
you're
to
using the airlock,
right? You have to use the airlock section action. But that is something that we know we need to clarify in the dossier because instinctively you would assume it.
So I'm going to influence the Daredevil. Oh yeah, my thing doesn't work. So I'm going to step out into EVA, free pick up the antimatter, and then bribe the Daredevil to come back on board.
Oh my god.
Antimatter's getting pretty warm. No, what are you doing? No,
Who didn't see that coming?
All right.
Matt,
The antimatter.
real quick, Matt. Should we free step? Should we just make it may free? Maybe free move doesn't work. We can talk about it later.
Okay. Yes. Make a note. Okay. That is Stationfall. Congratulations. No survivors. Well done, guys. Really top-notch work.
Oh my god. What a game.
So let's take a look and see what we can see about scoring.
Assuming anyone did.
I suspect that some of those Schrodinger reveals are going to work out.
Wait 1 second. You again, Matt. I know this is your first game, but we need to do this in order. So reveal, deliver data, scoring.
Maybe we should we let them do scoring? Yeah, maybe I'll let them.
Yeah, we should absolutely go through the rules ourselves.
There you go. All right, I'm going to take a break and go get some water and check to make sure my dog hasn't eaten my couch. And I'll be back. To see if you guys can figure it out. Andy will interject if something goes horribly wrong.
So yeah, as Andy said, reveal, deliver data, and scoring, player order. So starting with red, let's do this.
Zero.
All right. So the first thing that you do is that everyone reveals player order. And reveal as if you would normally reveal.
I've already revealed, so I'm the Astro Chimp.
We need purple to reveal.
And
blue.
And cubes on your revealed characters.
I don't think I got many points.
Do the cubes go back when a character is revealed?
Yes.
So like.
So everyone, you need to when you reveal, you do everything that you normally do reveal, which is put cubes in betrayal, like do do any reveal power. Do you do everything?
Okay.
I mean, I can reveal, I can do my upon reveal, but it doesn't matter. I'll do it anyway. Fine. Copy it to the dead doctor. Although no, technically the doctor has escaped, but escaped to death. So no, I'll screw it. Station chief, whatever. Not that it matters.
Right, so then next would be deliver data, but there's no data to be delivered because no one got off.
You don't have to get. Well, yes.
It says escaped PCs.
Yeah. I was thinking during gameplay you can deliver as well, but
you get with transmit
delivery.
Okay.
Technically, that's incorrect, Adam. You can deliver at the end of the game, which is like hand delivering the data, and then you transmit, but those are different things.
I believe I have 8.
We have nobody that survived and can deliver data. So you can skip it and go to scoring.
Yep. So red.
And you should put your second character on the.
I've discarded. The monkey was my. The chimp was my Schrodinger's reveal.
So you should do counterpoints.
0.
You have 1 for the bribe.
Oh yeah.
Is there a bribe on the...
No, there's a unused bribe. That's worth 1, right?
Yes. If you haven't used your bribe, it is worth 1 point, I believe. Yes.
You can write
14 or 16, 4, 6, 1. Score 1 point if the player still has their unused bribe.
1 point.
Does Billionaire get points for those? Doesn't, so no, it doesn't.
So you can write your points by pen on the board.
So are we going in order, or are we just everyone scoring as they want?
We can go in.
Red, how many?
Generally go in order.
Asterchim has 1 point for bribe.
1 point. Okay.
Teal.
I have 8. I have my whole win conditions, and then I went 1 cube over.
Okay. Purple, I have 8. I have each of the 3 2-point conditions. There's one opposite. Blue.
I have 0 points because everybody died. Oh,
what happened?
Oh, I got disconnected. Yeah.
Me too.
It shows
Everybody
everybody as having been disconnected.
Yeah, it's a problem on the tabletop servers.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm still online, so
I bet if you go to join now, it's not populating. Oh, it actually is populating. Well, Orange had 1 point for the bribe. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a cyborg. We had a cyborg player.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I didn't think it was surprising at that point.
Well, Cyborg murdered someone early, but didn't do much.
No,
more.
because I was controlling the storm for the second half.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. So, yeah, this is definitely a Cyborg game.
Yeah, I mean, the operative wanted a lot of the same things, so I think that's why it was so deadly.
I really thought being the digital assistant, giving everybody the digital.
I think you're gonna have to. Matt, I don't think you're actually hosting, so I think you're gonna have to definitely save it and then log out and log back in.
Okay. Hey, yeah, is there a button for save or something?
Yeah, games. Yes. Games and save.
Okay.
You've gone this far without ever saving a game?
Not once ever.
It burns down.
Right, while Matt is doing that, I can ask feedback questions. So first thing, did we have new players? I don't think so.
Yeah, I
know we had people asking questions, but
it was like my third game, and the last one was months ago. So new, yes, relatively new.
How was the onboarding process? Learning the rules? Was there anything that was counterintuitive, or was hard to grok? Didn't make sense.
Good question. I think the only things that confused me were things that had been changed recently, like the fire. And that's understandable. Some of the abilities, it's a little like the Daredevil going EVA. It seems logical that they'd be able to. At this point, I think there's nothing that depends on this gravity. Sorry, oh no, that's not true. The chimp gets to free move. Yeah, that's the only thing.
That was my first game as well, Red.
As your first game.
All right, sorry, they were talking too much outside, so I had to walk out, and I was muted at the time. So anything related to the art, icons, colors, text. I know it's hard to see when you're not actually looking at the thing, but
is there a difference between the two blues?
One is the upper deck, one is the upper ring, and one is the lower ring.
But not in terms of how they function.
No. And I do see the server up so people can join again.
Yeah.
It used to be yellow and blue, but then people were asking why it's yellow and blue. Number one, and number two, for colorblind reasons, we needed to use yellow for something else. So the vents have much more contrast than they used to. So any other issues with art? Any?
I like new
people can know?
icons of characters, but the cyborg with the split head a bit strange for me.
Why is it strange? What's strange about it?
It looks weird for me.
Okay. And I'm not saying that I'm not like questioning you. I'm just trying to see what we can change, and I don't know what we can change until I know like what's strange about like one side. One side is human and one side is.
But I do not like the digital assistant icon. It looks like some head.
I already noted that the DA icon needs work. So, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
I think the new engineer icon is a little less distinct than it used to be. Like I had trouble figuring out what it was at first.
Yeah, I actually it was changed and then it was changed again, and I don't like it either. So y'all noted the two outside. I think that the cyborg icon is great, but the other two that you noted, I also the other two that you noted, I also have issues with. So, I agree with the engineer icon as well. Anything else? Colors, fonts. Anything didn't make sense? It was hard to find, or did people recognize so we moved the guilty suspect innocent. Were people able to see the offsites and see everything there easier? Also, the camera on off, we changed that, and that seems to be, for me at least, is a lot better than it was.
Yeah, that was a really good improvement.
Yeah, I didn't see what it was.
You didn't see what was?
I didn't see what it was previously, but I think this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So anything else?
I need to go back to the rules. I need to provide something in writing. I think it just, I think like so much of it is so clear. Like the iconography is really, really clear in terms of explaining exactly what you need to do, or what it means. And I think the cyborg is a good sign of that. You realize exactly what it is just by looking at it. But I find like the actions that you can take in the rooms, I think I need to think about why I find those so confusing.
Yeah. Well, obviously, if you have input in writing, that's extremely welcome. Any input is extremely welcome. So I really that is definitely something people get hung up on in general is the actions.
All right. Anything rules related that was confusing for folks? And then I'm going to ask very specific questions.
Is adjacent section defined somewhere in the rules?
No, it's not. And people are constantly asking that. And yes, so right now, I try to do like connected instead of adjacent. But in general, it's on the list of things that I need to define. What is adjacent and what isn't. And Matt, we need to actually hash that out because we were talking about, vents. There's an issue with vents and how vents aren't adjacent or when it relates to like fires and stuff like that. So that's just we're gonna have to like sit down and hash that out to make before I actually like write down whatever it is.
Okay.
So just give me a time when you're free and we'll do that. Anything else? Okay, specific questions. It doesn't seem like people. One of the main tests that we had of this is the digital assistant. Did people understand how the digital assistant worked in relation to like section actions and its like ability? It looks like it only got used once, and I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just I want to first ask did people understand it?
Yeah, I think I used it twice. I jettisoned a pod and hit the self-destruct.
And also released the combat swarm.
Oh, and yeah, there was a lot of use.
Okay.
Actually.
And did people feel like, so people understood the power of that action, and it didn't seem like that didn't seem overpowered to me. It seemed like people were, I guess no one was legal, so it's hard to say because that's a big question.
I was legal, and I gave up on.
Oh, that's right. I
discarded
forgot that a lot of you. So that's a question that I was going to ask, and I forgot. A lot of you Schrodinger revealed. Did you feel like that? Number one, I guess that's you like the rule because it helped you all out supposedly. And did you all feel like you were, like busted early, or not really? You were not really figuring out like what to do with one character, and you switched, or what was the reasoning for all the Schrodinger?
For me, I was doctor in pot waiting to get some victim, but I was annihilated, so I cannot score anymore.
Yeah, that happens to you a lot, Peter. You haven't learned your lesson about sitting in a pod and not launching it immediately.
Yes, I need to be less obvious.
I was the other doctor.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I was the other doctor, sadly watching that happen.
Okay. So both doctors Schrodinger revealed when the doctor was annihilated. That makes sense.
And legal Schrodinger revealed after the operative assassinated him.
No, I actually. I did, but I decided to Schrodinger reveal after I found out what the new digital assistant ability was.
Okay.
As soon as I heard,
that's interesting. Did you? So you felt like, because legal can stop the digital assistant by just handing out NDAs, but you felt like that was not a viable option for you, or
I felt that it was probably going to be easier for people to get the digital assistant than it was for me to go around handing out NDAs.
I still believe that the digital assistant that legal should be able to zap the NDA with the jammers off, but we have to talk to the designer about that. But that is a valid point, Matt, that the digital assistant can be transmitted anywhere, and the NDA cannot.
Yes, that is a valid point. Legal would have scored 4 points. It looks like in this particular game.
I will say I didn't entirely understand the digital assistance rules, and especially the fact that they would let me get off, launch the pod without an NDA, and so I was like spent a long time trying to figure out how to bring legal back and start getting things from it, and obviously the logistics of that was so much harder than what the DA was actually able to do.
Yeah.
Okay. The billionaire and their bribes. It looks like it was used once, and that was early. Did people understood how that worked, where you can just activate the billionaire to use his bribes?
I used it twice, I think. Once before I revealed, and once after I revealed.
And
it can be easy points for someone the billionaire is not in the game, but that's a gamble.
Yeah, and we noted that when we came up with this new rule, but obviously we have to test it to see if that is the case. But yes, that's that you can do that with. We have to test that more to see if that becomes a legitimate issue, but it doesn't seem to be. We didn't have any characters here that cared about bribes, so we definitely, Matt, when we do another test, we should add the consort or the
inspector
or the border. Okay. Anything else? The stranger was not a PC, so we couldn't test. Or that didn't do a thing. The botanist was in the game, but it doesn't look like anyone used the moss. Did people understand that? Was that explained? I wasn't here for some of the games.
Yeah,
Did people understand how the moss worked?
I mean, nobody tried to use it, but I understood the explanation.
Okay. Everyone else understood how the moss worked?
I don't, but I didn't look at this, during the game, so that's just on me, right?
Felt like I understood it when it was explained to me, but it wasn't like written down somewhere, so I kind of put it out of my mind.
I mean, it's written down here in hydroponics, but
maybe I just can't read. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Though that, Robin wrote that himself, and that clearly needs to be rewritten to be more, because even I don't understand what that says. Consume action equals annihilate a co-located human. Its items are left in the section. I mean, that needs to be. Yeah, I need to rewrite that. Okay, so I came with a full battery in my batteries.
And
so
the
anything else before
digital assistant? Someone with digital assistant on the bridge is very strong, so you can release anybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's always been true, though.
That's not different than how it was, Peter.
Oh, that's.
The only difference now is that you can. The only difference is that the pod launches are like bridge launch is stronger than it was.
It is stronger with the legal and EA because previously you need.
Yeah, like I said, with bridge launching, that is stronger, but that is the only thing that has changed. Is
that's
okay. The bridge launch.
Okay.
Fair point, Peter.
What do scientists actually do? I didn't see this.
What does what?
So I see plenty of examples of what scientists do.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, digital assistant says it gives you officer and scientist. What is scientist?
Yeah, that language is removed now, but scientist is this ability that you'll see on the botanist. It allows you to do a free section action instead of your free pickup drop.
I didn't see this.
All right. Anything else? Any other issues people had or comments? And obviously, feel free to write stuff down in the Discord. You can